shooting the shit, episode 258. 58. I now have the password for the website, so I will put all the other ones back on up. I'll put all the links up, although they were actually there anyway if you knew how to find them. But yeah, I figured it out. I got it sorted. The other thing is, I've still not found out the Patreon login, so I can't go on there. But at least it's on the website, so you get the website if you want all the downloads. I think there's like 6 shows or something to go up. Something fucking ridiculous anyway. Because it took me a while. Look, when a hard drive crashes on you, and you ain't got no shit to. There's no backups. It's not fun, because you lose everything, and you've got to work out stuff. Right. So got that. Right. So we'll get started on the show, and we'll start with well, I guess we'll start women first, right? Because they're privileged and shit. So, I guess.
Because they're weak and puny.
Well, it's actually because she has to go away and eat for like an hour. So.
Couldn't follow her
Don't
man.
wait for a whole hour. Just 30 minutes.
Same thing. Maybe
No,
as well
it's
be an
not.
hour. Basically, is. Just add another 30 minutes on that. Basically the same.
It's not.
Right, so yeah, on you go. Give me your stuff that you want me to put up on the
Okay.
screen.
Let me see which one. What do I want to talk about first?
I'm
Okay,
guessing
I'm gonna
probably
talk about
that
this.
the Pokemon art thing was fucking weird.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got that one actually.
I knew you would have that one.
Of course I would have that one. Okay, so we'll do that.
No, you don't have to do that. It was just a suggestion that you probably
No, I had that
would
one
want
too.
to talk about, right?
I forgot I had that one up
And
there
it's
as well.
fucking Kutaku. Like, again,
Of course
it is.
Of course it's them. It's always them. It is. It's always them.
And it'll be from Reset era. Like, fucking guaranteed it's from that fucking stupid farm where all the journalists hang out. Because... yeah.
Banned for existing. This thread has been banned for existing.
Yeah, basically. It's like people are like, no, that's not how art works. It's not whitewashing because it's the lighting. And they're like, banned for trying to stick up for whitewashing. It's like, holy shit, man. You guys are retarded. Right, there we go.
She's not that dark in the game. She's like slightly tan.
No,
She's
but
like
that's what they're trying. That's what they're trying to say, though.
Yeah.
But the problem is
they have pictures in here that you can see that she's really just not that dark of a character, and then they put her in bright light, like out in the sun on a sunny summer day, and then she's gonna appear
and the ones that they've took for
I appear lighter, and I'm as white as you can get, and then
ones,
I just also appear lighter.
That's the best ones though. The ones that they've took from the game are under an arena with bright lights. It's not sunlight, it's totally different type of light.
Yeah.
So of course she's going to be darker. It's called shading, you retards.
Yeah, if you notice, like, even her hair is lighter, her clothes are lighter color, just everything's lighter in the sun.
It just makes the sins even worse. Everything has to be made white.
So
I don't know why they
Pokemon
just don't
anime
have a white.
I
don't know why the whole picture isn't just a white.
but don't like a lot of like Japanese anime are kind of more whitish than like Japan people. Like they already
Japanese is the traditional term.
Yeah, like Japanese people have got darker skin, but usually their animes do have a whiter tone.
Lighter.
They just do.
Yeah,
it's always been that way.
That's how they portray themselves in anime.
Mm.
And then if somebody's really tan
what about that
or
geisha
from a
shit
different
as well?
country, if someone they portray that as well.
Japan doesn't give a shit basically about all this bullshit. It's like
Why would they?
They don't. We have a different culture.
They have literally no reason to. They're basically a monoculture. They're not really bothered about anyone else.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then like these same people that like talk about like don't cultural appropriate and then don't push your white culture or whatever on other cultures or whatever it is, you know, where we just like go and replace other
Tell
people's
other people like, oh,
but
here's the thing.
the same
Don't
people that
use it.
complain about that try to like impose their views on another culture. That's what they're basically
Well,
doing.
Japan's a white supremacist country, obviously.
Pretty much is. Definitely. It's guaranteed to be. Although I've heard they charge white people a lot more for rent and stuff. So it's definitely white supremacists coming across.
I think that's more of a tourist thing.
No,
like, you got money,
not.
you're a tourist. No, because white people there are generally tourists, and if you don't know the rates for things, they're gonna that goes for anything. It goes for everywhere. You go vacation somewhere, and you got like they have tourist prices.
I'm talking about people that actually moved there and have lived and worked there. I
have never heard that.
They say it's pretty racist.
I've heard about the tourist thing.
No, people I've heard from people that it can be. There's like, especially the older people, they will not like you get like a white charge or whatever. Like, it's weird.
Just starts singing Enola Gay. Should have stayed at home yesterday.
Exactly.
Oh. Start singing about Enola Gay in the street, see what looks you get.
Yeah, it's like, but Japan can do whatever it wants. Like, no one shouts at Japan for doing anything, right? But they come over anywhere else and they're like, oh, we're so bad because I'm white, I need to like bow down to all these other migrants and shit. So Japan's just sitting there going, yeah, fuck you, whitey, you piece of shit. It's brilliant. I like Japan's attitude. No wonder though, they are an island.
They took in like 20, 30 refugees or something like that. I can't remember. And half the refugees committed like a gang rape thing. They committed some sort of crime. Like half of them.
Yeah.
That they let in or something like that. I read it. It's been a while. I might be a little off, but it was like a good number of them. Like either almost half or half of them that did that. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I don't see that on YouTube though.
Sorry. Too late. It happened. It's the truth. It's a fact. Okay, it's just a fact.
Doesn't matter.
And I gave my thing where I can't remember the
exact words, would say it's an inconvenient
it was really dumb.
It's a white supremacist fact. We can't have them around here.
Fake news.
Yeah. Instantly fake news banned.
I haven't even gotten into this article. Let me read it.
It's because it's gonna be fucking stupid.
Gym Leader Bay from Pokemon Sword and Shield appears in the most recent episode of Pokemon Twilight Wings anime. Notice anything different about the character's anime version? Below our base official game art and screenshot from Pokemon Company Japan. So she's got like a slight tan. She's really not dark. Some people were trying to say that she was black on Twitter. On Twitter,
no way.
She's a black character. She's not a freaking black character. She's a tan character at most.
No,
right?
she's not.
No, it's under tan or a Japanese person that got tan.
No,
those
if you put me,
options.
If you put me in a darker room, under like bright lights coming from every direction that are not the sun, you'd look the same. The other one they're comparing it to, it's in bright sunlight.
Yeah, it's in bright sunlight. Yep. Anyway, so they showed this. They showed her in the game.
We're all black in the dark.
Also,
no, look how different her hair is. Okay, there's one in the shade in the anime.
I think you missed the point, Kat. I think you missed the joke there. If you're literally in pitch black, there is no light.
We're all black and
we're all black in the dark.
Well, yeah. Except the black people can hide longer.
Not if it's pitch black, then we all can hide equally.
Right.
That's equality. Let's get rid of that fucking sun.
Yeah, just
There
get
you
rid
go.
of how the light works, and then everything would be better because it all just
Yeah.
look
Or
the
we can
same.
all,
I
or we
don't know
can
if
all
you could
blind
show on
ourselves.
YouTube like all of this. You could tell she's in the sun, and when she's like has just this sun directly pouring on her, she's even lighter. The Pokemon are lighter. Her clothes are lighter,
But her
brighter.
hair's like a completely
Everything.
different shade.
Are they
Her
whitewashing?
hair's
Are they
white.
whitewashing Pokemon because they're also lighter?
Her hair's white instead of grey though. You can tell it's lighting. Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, and here if you go down. Okay, so as noted on blank, I don't know what that Hachima Kiko. Okay, there were international fans who said the character had clearly been whitewashed for the anime, writing things like, "Oh God, they whitewashed Bae." In Japan, some wondered if the character's skin looked different because of the bright and sunny way the episode was. So they literally the
Was lit.
episode was
Yeah. So in Japan they're like, oh yeah, it's just because of the way the episode's lit.
yeah.
But
like,
over here it's
Kotaku,
like, oh, you're
friggin'
definitely whitewashing.
Why the
Yeah, Kotaku
assuming
debunks themselves because they show this bright, then they show her in a different lighting in the episode where her
Yeah.
skin's a little darker from being in the shade.
Yeah, look,
one
you can
has to
tell.
ask the obvious question here, which is, what fucking reason would Japan? If this was like, oh, 4Kids did a translation and they turned the fucking contrast up or something, you might have a point. But if this is just Japan doing it, it's like, what fucking reason that Japan got to whitewash anything? What possible fucking motive would they have?
None. None. That's why it's not even a thing. That's why as artists, I seen the artist. This is why I knew she would know about this because it was actually on her thing. There was a big argument over Kotaku and the artist saying, "Oh yeah, Kotaku again, not knowing how light works and how contrast and shit works," and it was like just full of artists going, "You guys need to know how to draw properly. You don't understand what the sun looks like. You should get out more." Like all the artists, every artist said that they were like, "I don't think you guys know how light works." But look, you can see there if that's the same episode, right? Our hair's like a lot darker, our skin's a lot darker. It's just the lighting situation, you weirdos.
I can't. Yeah, they like friggin' debunked themselves in their own damn.
Yeah, they have in their own images. And
so dumb.
Why can a journalist not just see this? Like,
because they have a narrative.
Let's see what the journalist. Let's see what the journalist.
I gotta push my narrative.
Oh, the journalist doesn't say anything. The journalist just agrees, basically, because I've read on. But you can finish it. You got to.
It was also pointed out that the character's original name is Satu, a common Japanese last name, as noted in God, whatever that was. I don't want to try to pronounce that. There were claims online in Japan that perhaps the character was simply tanned like a Japanese
Garogo. I don't know what that means.
No, a garu. No, it's like a fashion. In an attempt to explain the discrepancy and chalk it up to suntan. I just think it's lighting.
It's just lighting. It's not that. So this is like I've just looked up this fashion thing from Japan, and they basically look like blackface. This is fucking hilarious.
They don't do it because of that though.
I know. I'm just saying. I've just looked it up, and it looks like blackface.
The reason for that fashion is because in Japan, the beauty standards in Japan is to be fair skinned or whatever. Because Japan, not that they're like praising white skin or something.
Well,
it's because it's because of the. It is. It's because you can see it in a bunch of different cultures. The fairer skinned people
because they would work outside, and the richer would be inside. And basically, if you were paler, it showed that you were richer. That's basically what the fashion was, right?
You're
like Queen Elizabeth would wear fucking like powder with mercury in it to make her face look completely fucking white.
It mercury?
Also, apparently was it
mercury?
It wasn't not literally mercury. It was like a I mean, they
It
mixed
was like
all
a
kinds of
poison.
shit.
I don't know if
It was a
it had
poisonous substance, but whatever. It's
Holy
not the sort of
shit.
makeup you'd find in your standard makeup kit today by any means, because it would fucking
Kill you.
poison your skin.
It would destroy your face.
So that's what all the aristocrats used to
But-
wear in the Elizabethan age.
Yeah.
Well,
It's-
I mean,
and
that's
it has
also
to do
think
with
about all the
rich and
powdered
poor.
wigs and stuff,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
in
yeah,
the Georgian era
yeah.
as well. That was a big thing.
And
Yeah.
Japan just still has that like kind of beauty culture thing.
Yeah, I
Well,
know.
anyways, this fashion started as like we're gonna do the exact opposite of that. So they get really tan, they get the colors, the big hair.
Right.
Like they just do all that to stand out against the cultural norm is what it is.
Mm.
That's just the fashion.
Again, I have to reference geisha because I mean, if you don't know that's Japanese, it's like how much fucking more obvious do you want it to be?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's the article basically finished. It's someone complaining about something they know nothing about, and then it's just like, yeah, but it's light and no.
She clicked it so you don't have to.
Yeah. Oh, and it's from Resetting, because I know that's where it came from. Because of course it fucking did. Because that's what Resetting is. It's a shit fest pool. I don't know. I still don't know why games journalists or game devs visit that fucking place, because it's full of racist bullshit and hot takes that are like, wow, you guys just need to calm down a bit. Like, just a bit. I mean, what are you going on about? Oh, just let people enjoy things. What's wrong with you?
No fun allowed.
There was another one. It's another one that I seen. It was a big screed, and it was about, oh, I was playing this shitty mobile game. It's a clickbait piece of shit mobile game, but they were coming out. They said they had a new character coming out. It was going to be a big muscly woman, but it comes out and it has big titties. Now I can't play this game anymore. I want representation too. And it's like, what the fuck? In no way, shape or form is any game had me in it as a representative of a male body type, right? And I don't complain about it. What type of freak are you? I don't give a shit.
It's because this bizarre argument that if it's a man, then whatever it is, if it's another man, it's some sort of fantasy, and yet for some reason, apparently the women there are unable to engage in a similar fantasy. They need the exact same thing. So what does that sound like to you? It sounds like narcissism to me, which basically I'm the center of the universe. I can't literally comprehend of anything that doesn't look like me. And if it doesn't exist, then obviously that's purely to offend me.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's so weird.
That's narcissism.
Although, but I can just look outside and see all different shapes and sizes of men and women.
Well, mostly fat ones. You are in Scotland.
That is true. No, well, I'm really skinny, so.
Yeah, I don't. You're not. You definitely are not that stereotype of like I have a deep fried Mars bar every day, sort of.
They're actually really
towards
nice, but really filling and disgusting at the same time.
Well, I mean, you'd expect that, to be frank. What else could you possibly expect?
They're like really, really fucking nice, right? But you get about halfway down it, and you're sort of like, I sort of had enough of this. Like that's a bit filling. I've had all the grease my stomach can handle, and like all the sweet, nasty chocolate. It's really nice. No, I do recommend to try it. And they do it with Twixies, so if you want a Twix or if you want the Snickers, you can get the Snickers. It's not just a Mars bar.
I seem to recall you could just bring in whatever the fuck you want and say deep fry this for me.
No, you literally just buy it because it's in the chip shop. They sell sweets as well, so you just say, "Yeah, I'll have a deep fried Mars bar," and they go, "Okay," and they dip it in the batter and whack it in the fryer. There you go, mate.
Double decker. That's my choice, then.
There you go. You can have one of them.
Double decker.
You can get that. You can get literally anything that they've got on the shelf. You just ask them, deep fry it, batter that fucker and chuck it in the deep fryer. And they're like, all right, mate. But
Scotland, it's a cultural fucking nexus.
you can do it. You can do it with pizzas as well.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. It's like,
Have
yeah,
you had the battered deep fried pizza?
madness. Absolute madness.
You can actually, you know how they do a deep fried pizza? Right, you can actually get them to batter it and then deep fry it as well.
That sounds super gross. Not gonna lie. Sounds really gross. And I'm an American, and I'm like, I don't know about that.
As far as any of the heinous crimes of American food culture, I think one of the ones at top in the list is squirty cheese, if you could call it cheese.
Yeah.
I have to say that
stuff
you got
is
nothing
gross.
on fucking
I
deep
hate
frying
that
everything.
Stuff. I hate that stuff. This stuff is so gross.
Look, I guarantee that some fucking pissed Scottish cunt had too many whiskies in the pub one night, went to the chippy and asked them for it. And the chippy
I'm
was
pretty
like,
sure
okay.
that is a legend.
The
I'm pretty
chippy
sure
was
that
just
is
like,
a legend.
okay.
That basically somebody said, "Would you deep fry this for me?" And then they did it.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, guaranteed that's what's happened. I same with the pizza as well. It's like, yeah, see that deep fried pizza? Aye. Can you put in batter first and then deep fry it? They're like, aye, mate, we can do that. Like, if you want to eat it, we'll fucking do it. Whatever.
Well, once somebody's gone like, okay, nobody will do fish or maybe a sausage. I have a fucking Mars bar, and then people go, well, what else can we batter?
Yeah,
What else can we deep fry?
Yeah, and I bet that was a bet. It's like, what can we get the chip shop to deep fry? We've already got them to do a Mars bar. What else can we get them to do? It's like, fuck it, we'll just batter everything. We'll ask them to batter everything.
Basically, yes.
Because batter is quite nice.
Yes, probably done. A nice crispy batter is excellent.
And he just thought, that's really good. How would it go with this?
I mean, it's quite relevant because I had fish and chips in my local chippy tonight. So there you go.
Was it good fish and chips though, or was it middle?
They're pretty good. It's not the best, but they're pretty good for a local.
Right, so we'll move on instead of whitewashing and weird battered products that you could get your chippy to get or do.
If you had a chippy in your area.
Yeah.
I don't think there is. I don't think there's an American equivalent. Is there, narwhal?
I don't think so.
If you go and you live like in states that are closer to the ocean, you'll get like fish and chip places or seafood, places, little places that are selling that just like kind of set up shop, or sometimes they can move or whatever. Anyways, they're selling like seafood and stuff. Or like a little shack or something. You'll get those kind of things if you live in states that are close to the ocean.
That's not what he's asking.
But is it proper battered? It's not just like fish and then some
chips
fries with it. It's proper English fish and chips. I don't know if you're aware of even what that is.
Yes, I know. They batter it.
They do.
So
good. Okay.
We get fish and chips, and it's called fish and chips here.
Proper. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So
it is battered and called fish and chips here. I've only had like fish and chips from like a little shack place once, because like when I went to Texas or whatever. But usually because like I'm like not surrounded by like an ocean, there's usually not a place like that around here for me. I usually have to go to Red Lobster. I'll go to Red Lobster and get their fish and chips, and it's pretty good. But it's not as good as that one like little place.
Yeah, because that's a franchise.
Next to the ocean, you'll get like way better like.
I mean, we've got like Harry Ramsden's, which is like probably like a Red Lobster, which is like a.
It's probably the only sort of one I can think of. I mean, they're decent enough.
Yeah, but they're not good though. They're not good though. They're okay, but they're not good. Like,
it's like Frankie and Benny's. I literally don't understand how they stay in business, because all their food is absolutely god awful.
Yeah, and you get local chip shops that are 10 times better. Yeah, Frankie and Benny's is like the Italian.
Yeah, well, Italian in air quotes, definitely. Fishy, that's definitely American, right? That is definitely an American brand, right?
Wait, what is it?
Frankie and
Frankie and
Benny's.
Benny's.
Or is that just a fucking UK thing that are pretending to be American?
Frank? I've never heard of that.
Well, there you go. It's pretending to be American then.
Yeah.
They're terrible, basically.
It's pretending to be a sort of
American Italian.
Italian American sort of mafioso type New Yorky type deal, isn't it? It's sort of like
Basically, yeah.
California, New
Possibly,
York, sort of Italian
well,
mob style.
Illinois, probably, as in Chicago. I don't know. The important point is their food is absolutely god awful. I would never eat at one.
I don't think it's that bad. Like for Italian food.
Oh, there's so many other
And
places
I
franchise
like it.
places are so much better.
I like Italian food, so I'm obviously it's not great, but I like Italian food, so I've got a bias. If that makes sense.
They must have Carluccio's up your way.
They probably do, but the only one that was about that up at my end or my wee small town was the Frankie and Benny's. So
Well, that doesn't surprise me so much.
that was the
Obviously,
only choice.
you're limited by what exists ultimately, which is
Now I'm here. Now I'm proper in town. Fuck no, it wouldn't be a Frankie and Benny's. Do you know what I mean? Now I'm here.
Yes.
If I was going to go to an Italian restaurant, it definitely wouldn't be a Frankie and Benny's, because there's about 30 here that'll be better than that. Like, I know how bad they are. It was just Italian food, and that's where you got it.
I mean, you've got quite a few Italian immigrants in Scotland. Like Armando Iannucci's Scottish, and he's obviously got Italian heritage.
Well, actually, funny thing about that, the chip shop that was down. I told you this before when you were here. The chip shop that we had in our little town was Italian, and it was his cousin that had the chip shop that made the first battered Mars bar. So it was like their little tradition. They kind of took it from him. They were like, yeah, we can do that, lads. Because we heard about it in the paper, and we were like, yeah, we want to try this. And he was like, aye. And he told us, aye, we've got another chip shop. My cousin owns it, or whatever. His family, whichever way it worked, his family owns it. He said, aye, it was my cousin that done it. Sure, we can do that. Here you go, let's have a taste. It was actually okay. So, that's quite local, I suppose. Right. So, what are we getting on to next? Have you got another article, Fish, or do you want to go and eat?
I'll go eat, and then I have 2 more articles or whatever.
Okay. We'll get into this. You might have this one. So I'll get into this other one then. Because you won't have this one. I'm not sure if you've got the PC gamer one, the corporate one. Because I've seen that from
that one. I saw that earlier. So whatever.
Yeah.
Do I really give a shit about PC Gamer? Do I give a shit about any of these places?
Honestly, PC Gamer.
But I used to back in the 90s.
Yeah.
But I mean,
PC Gamer used to be fucking good.
What are you gonna do, right? I mean, it's a different era.
Yeah, and then it went to PC format because PC Gamer was more PC games.
I had a subscription was general.
Yeah, well, it was more PC hardware and games. So you kind of
it was a general PC. It's like everything. Like I had a fucking subscription for fucking years, and I've got a million goddamn CDs, and like they do everything. Their whole utilities is. I dug them out recently because I had all these old music files in a format that I knew I'd written this stuff originally in some piece of software that I could not remember the fucking name of. Yeah. But I knew it was on one of the PC format CDs, so I had to go into my loft and dig through until I found the fucking thing. And it's like I couldn't remember because there's quite a few audio things. various audio problems. Eventually, I found it, and it's like, okay, well, that's nice. I had to run it in a VM though, because obviously a lot of this shit going back to the mid-90s, it just wouldn't
Gone.
fucking run.
Yeah, that's
So,
not running.
yeah,
That's like a 16-bit application. Go fuck yourself.
basically, yes.
I wonder when that's going to come for the 32. At some point, 32 is
Oof.
going to go that way, like
Well,
guaranteed.
you see, not for some time. I would have thought
Yeah,
a
because
decade.
they've backward compatible it pretty well, which is AMD that done it. They went right. This is our 64-stroke 32-bit CPU instructions, and Microsoft went
I think the
right.
main, I think
Okay,
the main problem. I think the main problem though would be like when you're talking 16-bit. I mean, it's all the sort of features or that simply didn't exist at the time, which are
right.
considered quite important today. With regards to like
Memory and memory access and
yes,
running stuff.
kernel permission modes and all that sort of shit, which just simply
Yeah.
did not exist in the 16-bit era.
Yeah, well, you couldn't because you can't address the memory holes anymore, right? Because that's not there. So you maybe had to get rid of it to go to 32. I don't know, but they did know they needed backward compatibility when they
I mean,
skipped
the
to
thing is, though, of
64.
course, it's like there's emulation, and you got something
Mm.
like on Linux, you got Wine, which pretty much tries to essentially
Emulate
is,
everything.
as they say, well, they say it's not an emulator. What it is an implementation of the Win32 API,
Mm.
so that something that is a Win32 application thinks it's on Windows 32.
Yeah.
There's also DXWind, which is quite useful for running older stuff. Which and then obviously there's DOSBox. It's not like it's impossible to do this shit. I just think it's a case of if it's like other people have solved the problem, and
Yeah.
all you really want is a nice integrated way. Instead of Windows telling you this is a 16-bit app, fuck you. What you really want is this is a 16-bit app. I won't tell you, but I'll just run it in a fucking program that's going to run it properly
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah. Why don't they? Microsoft are just too fucking lazy. That's a problem. That's the
Basically,
ultimate problem. They're like, nah, because they could. I think did they not do that with DOSBox with on Steam? That's how they got a lot of older Steam
yeah, loads of
games and
stuff.
stuff to work. Steam just goes, okay, this is an older game. I will launch DOSBox. I won't tell you about it, but that's basically what I'm running.
Well, I mean, you
And
can
then it
see
just
it
runs the
generally
game.
because DOSBox will run up in its little window. It will say DOSBox a minute or go into whatever.
Right, but it sort of doesn't tell you that it's,
You're not.
you know what I mean?
You're not being. You're not being interrupted to say, okay, well, you've got this thing, but fuck you, go and figure out how to run it.
Yeah, and it's the same with all these fucking stupid game launchers. Like I've got like 5 fucking game launchers from 5 different stupid fucking publishers, and Steam just launches it and does it.
Well,
It's
GOG
like,
does
why
that as
not just
well.
do that? Why not just do that?
Well,
And then
GOG
it's
does
like,
that.
no. What
Yeah,
do
they
you
do.
mean?
I've got loads of stuff that
Yeah,
runs off
no.
DOS.
Oh, good God. GOG.
GOG, yes.
Yeah, they have now implemented version 2.0, and now it links all your games. Doesn't matter what game it is. Doesn't matter what launcher it was bought on. It'll run. Whereas Steam has to be bought from Steam. Doesn't even matter if it's a different launcher. It has to be bought on Steam to work through
Well, any of the
Steam.
older stuff, I mean, I got like all the fucking like whatever massive Doom pack it was of all the retro ones, which I'd never bought back in the day, but obviously everyone had a fucking pirate copy. But
Yeah.
I don't run that through Steam. I use one of the modern fucking engines. I got Hex and fucking Heretic as well, which I still
Right.
got to play through. But those are games. Those two in particular was like they're much more complicated. But those are ones I always wanted to play, but I never got round to.
Mm-hmm.
And probably won't because I'm even more busy than I was when I was at school full time. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. I kind of just leave game. I play a lot of games, but I don't stick at them as I should, unless I
Well,
really enjoy
it
it.
depends. Well, I mean, what have I played recently? Like, I found Jill of the Jungle, which is like really fucking old one. Basically, that was free on GOG. I started playing that. I basically finished it in 2 days because there's not a hell of a lot to it actually, but that's like a fun diversion, something different. And you can check it off the big list of games you've played to completion.
I've got like 300 or 400 games on Steam, and I don't think I've played all of them at least once, but only for
Well,
like
there's things
5 minutes.
there's things
Unless I
like
really liked them.
Civilization 5 that I put like 200, 300 hours in it. It's like I'm probably
Yeah.
not gonna. I mean, I'll probably come back. And that's the thing. It's like I play a game like that. I'll be spending all fucking night. I'll be up for 24 hours
See,
fucking
that's
playing
my
that shit.
problem. That's my problem. If I find a game I like and I really enjoy it, I'm gone. Like,
I mean,
it's like,
for
holy
me,
shit, that was
it's
5 hours. What the fuck?
where it started off when Free Civ came out fucking ages ago. I think I was a student, and first time I fucking played that, it's like, where the fuck did the time go? It's like, what? It's
Yep.
fucking 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Like so, like of all the games I got on Steam, it's like, oh, Civilization. It's like, really, I've spent like 400 hours on that, and you don't even realise you did it. But
Yeah.
other ones, yeah, you can see, oh yeah, that's about the right amount of time, but you don't even notice the time fucking going in that game.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Oh, I think the
Anyway.
first one that done that to me was Dungeon Keeper. Fuck
Mm.
it, Dungeon Keeper, man.
Yeah,
I
I've still,
fucking love that
yeah,
game.
I've been playing through that as well because
Never played through it again.
I got the CD, I got the CD that I played
I
ages
had it.
ago.
It was
And
free on GOG for a while. I've got it on GOG, and I think I've got
I,
Dungeon Keeper 2 somewhere too.
I bought it many years ago,
Hmm.
so I've got that installed as a DirectX version. It's like
That
fine.
doesn't work
Pick it up.
anymore.
Oh no, there's another one that got. I can't
Yeah, there
remember
was
what
a
they call it.
mod or something. There was something. I had the CD
Yeah,
for
the one that I
so
bought, the
long.
one I had on CD had a DirectX version, which that definitely did
Yes,
not work when I tried it. But some other people did. I can't remember what they
fixed it.
called it now, but they did a version which works.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
fine. So there you
It
go.
mods it and it fixes it so you can run it. As long as you've got all the files and stuff. Yeah, I remember setting it up loads of times before, and obviously moving houses and stuff. Stuff just goes missing, man. Just, just stuff you can't find anymore. But when GOG was giving it free, I was like, yeah, I'm jumping on that because that means it's
Indeed.
digitally there, right? So even though I bought it like years ago because they were giving it for free, I was like, yeah, I'm clicking that. And I think they've done it with Dungeon Keeper 2 as well. I'm not sure about that though. But there is another one called not Overlord, something else. There's another dungeony game that's basically, it was an early access and it's basically Dungeon Keeper. Pretty much Dungeon Keeper, and it's not. Is it Overlord? I can't remember.
Overlord sounds like the sort of name that you'd
Was
call it.
what? I don't think it was Overlord.
I mean, it's a decent name, but obviously
Yeah,
you
no,
could.
that's a different game though.
I mean, yeah,
I
I'm
think that's
thinking
a
like
different game.
Operation Overlord, which would be fucking World War Two. I don't know if that's a thing,
No.
but you could. Yeah.
No,
Was
it wasn't
Overlord? That
Overlord.
was.
Overlord's a different one. Overlord was similar, but it was in third person. You had your wee minions run about. Right? No, that wasn't the one. That was a good game as well, though. Is it Overworld? Overworld. Yes, War of the Overworld. That's what it's called. Well, it's on Steam. War of the Overworld. That's basically. It's basically Dungeon Keeper. It's basically a remake of Dungeon Keeper, and it's fucking really good as well because they put effort into it. War of the Overworld, but you really need the add-on packs and stuff that give you the extra. Do you know how Dungeon Keeper had like the sandbox mode where you could build your own dungeons and stuff?
I haven't ever tried using that, to be honest. So.
Oh right, okay. So I used to spend even after completing the main campaign, I used to spend ages just setting up my own dungeons and seeing how many creatures I could keep in my dungeon without them fucking up each other. Because you know how they done that, and try and keep the peace as much as possible, and just release as many heroes as possible, and seeing how many I could torture and turn to my side, and then you could just keep going. You could just keep going until they all started fighting. If the problem is, the more creatures you have, the harder it is to keep them from fighting each other, and eventually your whole dungeon will get fucked because they all start hating each other and it all gets fucked. So
it's either that or you go, right, okay, we've got spiders and flies, or sacrifice all the fucking spiders or something.
Yeah.
And then you don't have any fights between them. Yeah.
No, but that was a challenge though, to try and keep them all in separate little places, right? Because it was sandbox mode, so it just keeps going. So the point was to try and keep the peace in their dungeon, and you just click the waves of the heroes to come through where you wanted. So you just keep spamming that button and see if you could defend your place and try and keep the peace at the same time. Because sometimes the heroes would come in, but by the time they came in, half your guys have killed each other because they're being pricks. So you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, that wasn't the plan, guys. Or you would have a trap, and the trap, your guys would set off the trap and all get killed, and it's like, god damn it. So I used to just spend fun in the sandbox after a while. I was just like, So basically, Wall of the Overlord just done like a campaign mode. It was quite well done. But they didn't add the little sandbox mode in multiplayer until later on, and they kind of sold it as a DLC, but it wasn't that expensive. They were like a $5 each, but then they launched like a gold edition, and it was actually cheaper buying the gold edition than it was to buy all the add-on packs. So I just went, yeah guys, here's another like £10 or something. So I think all in all, I spent, like, because I got the first one because it was on offer, I got it for £8 or something. And then to get all the DLC, it was an extra tenner at some point in the Steam sales. And I was just like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'll unlock the gold edition thing. And just so I think I spent like £18 on it. And then I never went back to it again. I never completed the campaign because it bugged out on me, and I got pissed off. I couldn't beat there was a fucking level that was so annoying, and I couldn't get through it because the boss just wouldn't fucking die. It kept healing itself, and I was like, nah, there's something wrong with this. It shouldn't be happening. Go back to the save point. And it just totally bugged out, and I was like, fuck, I'm not going through 16 levels again just to get back here. And I left it. But I still played the sandbox bits and stuff. Anyway, so this one is, if you're a conservative, you have no chance. Games journalism insider outs clique that runs industry like a private domain. Now, if anyone was about in Gamergate, we already know this.
Yes.
So
I mean, basically, it's still 2014. This is Back to the Future again.
It's Kotaku and Reset Era, right? It's of course, fucking course, it's fucking Reset Era, because that's where they come from. So, influential figure from a leading gaming website says that a clique of like-minded media whatever are colluding to prevent right-leaning
media
figures. Yeah, prominent media figure. Right-leaning journalists and developers from having a voice in the industry. Did I post this in the thing? Did I? Right.
You did. Not that I would care one way or the other. It's like, I'd rather you just talk about the fucking game, to be honest.
Yeah, no, but I think this is important.
I
Like,
don't
this
need to
is
hear about
important.
whether or not Donald Trump is the worst or the best thing in the
I
universe. I
don't
really
care
don't give a
either.
shit.
I honestly, I think he's fucking same as every other
I think
cunt.
he's basically what he is. He's more funny. He's a
Yeah,
funnier president than we had
last
before.
time.
Well,
Yeah,
not we, obviously they, but
yeah.
yeah,
You can make more memes out of him, and he has tweets that
exactly.
are hilarious. So, I've come.
These are the things that I consider a benefit.
Yeah. So, I forgot to say goodbye to YouTube. So we'll say goodbye to YouTube, and we'll do this. Keep forgetting about that. So go to freeradio.co.uk to get the rest of the show. I will definitely put it up this time on like Tuesday. Don't know. I'll see if I can get in a Patreon later, maybe. Anyway, and it'll be up. It'll be up, and I'll put the rest up as well. So you've got like fucking what, 3, 5, 6 shows or something that'll be up there later. On Tuesday they'll all be up. So there you go. You've got a lot of content. Fucking content. There you go. Right. Goodbye, you